let's take a look at our top selections for Dan Illman, Mike Beer kicking off the 20-cent Rainbow Pick 6 on Pegasus World Cup Saturday at Gulfstream with race number 7. Let's throw up the field for a wide-open edition of the Grade 3 Marshua's River Stakes. Fillies and mares going a mile on the turf. If you don't think it's wide open, just wait for our selections at the end of this video. Mike, you've got so many interesting horses in here. Shug McGahee has the 4 Vigilantes Way, a horse that just seems to be maturing at the right time for Shug. I like this horse's tactical speed, and I do agree. I think she'll probably be the favorite at post time.
Yeah, I mean, she's certainly an interesting horse in here, though not one without something to prove still, at least in my opinion. She could go favorite in here. I thought the 3 made a lot of sense in this race. She's off a layoff, but she has the races, I think, to be a major player in here. And the 10, Sweet By and By, she's a fast horse. She's got some fast races as well.
It's really going to be interesting to see if this pace heats up a little bit with a short run to the first turn. We throw up the Timeform US pace projector, and yes, Evelyn is a fast horse, but Evelyn has also done good work from off of the pace. Sweet By and By, I think her best races are when she is right up close, and I would think Jose Ortiz is going to be very aggressive from this outside post.
I thought so too. You know, she's another one. I feel like she doesn't need the lead to run her best race, but man, it feels like they've really been using her speed effectively, especially, you know, sort of towards the second part of last year. So I wouldn't be surprised if they came out of there running.
Bellora, the number 1, is just an underrated horse. As you can see from the pace projector, she has the tactical speed to sit a nice second flight trip. She's won 3 out of her last 4 races. She handles good or firm going. I just wonder if she's truly a graded stakes winning kind of horse. We saw in the Distaff Turf Mile a very tough field, 2 starts back off the layoff. She was just a little bit below par.
Yeah, just sort of overmatched in that race. I don't feel like this is a graded stakes race too, but it's not as tough as that one was. She did bounce back out of it with a pretty nice win on short rest the last time we saw her. They're going to step her back up here, Dan. She could certainly take another step forward in here, but I think she probably has to.
Underrated horses up next, the 2, Our Baby Ruth, who I really thought was caught up contesting a very fast pace off the layoff last time out in the My Charmer and paid the price. Now, paid the price that day, might have set her up well for this start. That was her first race off of a layoff, and she faced some very good competition last year as a 4-year-old.
Yeah, and she's versatile enough that you don't have to, you know, see her getting caught up in the pace again this time. Dan, they don't have to ride her that way. For whatever reason, she just got locked up on a very competitive pace last time. The 1, 2, 3 finishers, 2 of them who were back in this race, both sat it out and made late runs to fill out the trifecta of that race. I thought Our Baby Ruth was pretty badly compromised by the way that race was run. She's got some good races. And I also feel like the 1 mile distance is a lot better for her. I think shorter is better for this horse.
Zaffelli, the number 3, certainly has the quality to compete in a race like this. It's just, what are we going to get off the layoff? We haven't seen this horse since the Just a Game back in June. This horse ran really well in the mid-julep 2 starts back. Corey Lannery gave this horse a beautiful ride. Tough outside post, found the inside pocket, got out at the right time, had the lead, took them all the way down to the stripes if there were stripes on the Churchill Downs turf course, and just got outrun in a race that fell apart. Last time out, just overmatched against Newspaper of Record. From a class standpoint, she fits. What do you think of the layoff?
Yeah, we'll see about the layoff. Brendan Walsh, you know, just going through Formulator, 6+ month layoffs in turf routes. His record is actually very good. It feels like he has these horses pretty ready to run. I just feel like you have to look at the Just a Game. Whether you thought she was going to win or not, something had to go wrong there. She missed a lot of time after that race. And prior to that, the Mint Julep, the Sand Springs, the Elstall Memorial, all 3 of those races, she didn't win any of them. She ran really well in all of them, including the Sand Springs over this turf course. She got very unlucky that day.
Vigilantes Way, well, this is the first time Shug's going to test her, isn't he? I think he's handled her with kid gloves, probably because she's very, very green. You watch some of her races from Maryland to New York last year, always on her wrong lead. She did everything in a more professional manner last time out in this race, the Tropical Park Oaks, but she had a very easy time of it. Yes, she was pressured when you watch the whole video in Formulator, but the horse that was pushing the pace was 99-1 and ended up finishing last. You could argue that Vigilante's Way was basically loose on the lead. That being said, I like the professional manner in which she finished it off. She finally changed leads. She stayed straight and strong.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's the positive view of the race. She did have, to me, a really soft trip, but the positive view is she also won very easily at the end of the day. And it feels like maybe getting back over firm turf might have helped her there as well. I'm not going to knock her, Dan. She's certainly pretty good already. She could only get better from here, it feels like, and she's very versatile. But I'm not betting her as the favorite. I think this is a much tougher spot than that last race.
I've always liked great sister Diane. She likes Gulfstream. I've never thought of her as a graded stakes type. She didn't run very well last time out in the My Charmer. I'm going to wait for the summer enlisted stakes.
Right. I just feel like this is a kind of horse it's hard to make a case for against a field like this.
Evil Lynn handled that yielding going in the Hilltop 3 starts back when she beat Vigilante's Way. She was wide for most of the way that day, and she got it done. And last time out, Florent Giroux almost stole the Pago hop. Evil Lynn went right to the front, and that was just a very tough pill to swallow if you bet the favorite. She led for every single stride but the very last.
Yeah, tough beat in that race for sure. It feels like this filly surprised her prior connections. They had her racing for $30,000 tags when they switched her over to turf. But as they found out that she can run on this surface, and Maker took her, and she's, that's what Maker does, man. He gets these horses better and better, and he's gotten this filly better as well. She's a contender in here.
High percentage connections, big price for the 7, Lovely Lala, third start off of a summer vacation. First 2 races back, though, haven't been very exciting. Last time out, off the board against entry-level optional claimers. These are tougher.
Yeah, she's a New York bred. I was never a big fan of hers back in New York when Chad had her. It doesn't feel like, to me anyway, she's gotten that much better since then. I thought she was hard to like.
The 8 Tuned, the 9 Nico's Dream. They exit a similar race, the My Charmer. Let's watch that one right now. Nico's Dream got a very nice in-out trip. She's in the white blinkers. She's going to get the jump on Tuned, who's in behind her. Tuned didn't break very well. Tried to make a 4-wide bid on the turn. I like that Irad was able to save a little bit of ground, but then had to come out again. Tuned showed no quit. Nico's Dream just had a better trip.
Yeah, the trip probably did make the difference. But, Tuned, it's just hard for me to get a real read on her, Dan, because at one point in the race around the turn there, she was sort of making the same run that Nico's Dream was, and then she couldn't keep up, and then she was trying to rally again late. I don't like her running style. I don't think she necessarily ran as well as it looks like she did last time, just because, as we already talked about, it was a very competitive pace in that race with Our Baby Ruth sort of getting hooked up, and I just feel like it's set up really well for these horses.
First race off a 3-month layoff for Sweet By and By, who's now with Safi Joseph. This is a mare who's just an overachiever, a Pennsylvania bred, 7-time winner, has earned almost $500,000 in earnings, likes to be close to the pace. I think Jose Ortiz is going to get aggressive out of there. If Evil Lynn doesn't go, this one might make the front. If not, she can sit second.
Yeah, she can. She's going to come out of there running, I think, though, and get up close to the pace. And she's actually good. She has to run better than she did the last time we saw her. But prior to that, man, they sprinted her off the left, but her 2 starts before that, she ran really well in those races. That Noble Damsel in particular, that was a wicked pace that she was contesting, and she was still around at the end.
Top pick time for the grade 3 Marshua's River. Here's how wide open it is. 8 different picks. Our Baby Ruth, I think you have the right idea going for a price here. I'm probably making a mistake chalking out with Vigilante's Way. I just think she's one of those shug horses that's going to continue to improve. I think she has the tactical speed to work out a second flight trip, but you're certainly getting the price.
Yeah, I just wanted a price. I like her cutting back a little bit in here. And again, they don't have to be so aggressive with her. But listen, there's not a ton of pace in here, so I think she'll be forward. I just thought she was interesting off of her last race, Dan. I thought the 3 and the 10 were maybe the 2 horses to beat in here. I'll use both of them. But I'm going to take a little shot here with Our Baby Ruth.
I might try to get Bellora into the number, working out a good trip from the inside post. She's consistent. Maybe these are a little tough for her, but on her best day, I think she can at least crack the board. 2, 3, 10, 6 for Mike, 4, 9, 8, 1 for me. It's the grade 3 Marshua's River on Pegasus World Cup Saturday at Gulfstream. Good luck.